There's a lot of aspects of the Onision Chris Hansen investigation that have been talked about. I'm actually not going to really talk so much about the Onision aspect of things because it's been well discussed, probably much better by other YouTubers. But one aspect I think that hasn't been really as discussed as it should be is the antics of Chris Hansen's ex-web producer, Vincent Nicotra. And I don't really care if that's how you say his last name, because he's a douchebag and he doesn't deserve anything at this point. So to start off, he was the guy that ran Chris's websites, rather poorly, I might say. He's a guy that's doxed people, including Baked Salmon and Westmost, as far as I know. I could be wrong about Baked Salmon, so apologies if I am, but Westmost at the very least he is doxed multiple times. And he's just a real douchebag of a guy that just doesn't know when to stop. So he used to run the YouTube channel for Chris. He used to run Chris's website, social media, all of that stuff. But I think it's been about 4 weeks now. Chris fired him because he, finally had enough of him doxing people and just being a generally shitty person. And you would think, because Vince supposedly owns his own web design company, that he would just stop there. That he would just, accept that he's not working for that client anymore, he's not working for Chris, and just move on to gathering other clients. For those in the web design business, you kind of learn after a while that clients are going to come and go. And it's best not to get salty about a client leaving you. It's best to just move on and acquire the next client. The problem is Vince seems to have never learned that lesson. Vince has been in an all-out rampage since Chris Hansen fired him. And it just seems to be getting worse. So to start with, basically, Vince took possession of Chris's Hansen vs. Predators website, and what it said a few weeks ago was it said suspended for non-payment. Now, when you go to it, it redirects to his sister's website. His sister supposedly is a lawyer. I'm just saying, lawyers are supposed to be very ethical people, and it just seems like she is not if she's participating in this whole thing, because, you shouldn't be taking over somebody's website that belongs to their brand. And it does not belong to Vince's brand. It belongs to Chris Hansen's brand, period. So that was bad enough, and he supposedly auctioned this website, the Hansen vs. Predators website, earlier this week, and his sister, surprise, surprise, won the auction. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. But what he's also been on is an all-out rampage. So I want to show you real quick on Chris Hansen's official YouTube page. This is Chris Hansen's actual Facebook page, and he has this Facebook page in particular because he had an old one, and I think he had an old YouTube channel as well, and it just stopped working, I guess. Videos must have got removed, or he got suspended or something, so he created another one, and he created another Facebook as well. And so this Facebook is the official, and I want you to pay attention to this URL right here, the official Chris Hansen YouTube and social media pages are on his YouTube page. But here's the thing. There was an old Facebook page, as I said, that one Vincent Nicotra, as you can see right here, team members, has possession of. Note the URL right here, official Chris Hansen. That is no longer a valid page. People still think it is, and he's still got like 875 people subscribed. And I also want to kind of point something else out here. You can see that I cannot comment on this page, and the reason for that is because he blocked me last night because I was calling him out on his bullshit. Boy. So this video, I'm kind of just going to take you through what's happened this weekend with this page so you don't have to waste time on it. To start with, he started having a meltdown, and I'm just going to scroll down yesterday. And he just started posting all sorts of stuff about Chris and about other people on this page. So he posted this meme, I'm Chris Hansen, why don't I have a seat? In the 2014 Corvette, I'm hiding from the Repo Man. Vince, for some reason, has been saying this on Twitter and other places, and he's been saying it on this page as well. There's no proof of this, that he's yet to provide any sort of proof. The great thing about this whole thing is people have figured out that it's Vince. They're not that dumb. And you'll see these comments, but there were a lot more yesterday because Vince has been hard at work deleting as many posts and blocking as many people as he can from commenting the truth. What's odd is he also posted this, but as you can see, he's trying to make it seem like the page belongs to Chris, but this page does not anymore. This page is fully hijacked by Vince. So then Vince, and I'm assuming at this point, this is when Vince got totally shit-faced and decided, hey, I'm going to just post whatever sort of shit I can to make Chris look bad. So he's posing as Chris here. And I want to point that out because that's a violation of Facebook. He is posing as a man that he is not. He is not Chris Hansen. He is some douchebag in New Jersey that likes to dox people, that likes to hijack websites, that likes to hijack Facebook pages. So he's saying, does anybody have a house I can buy, suck all the money out of and foreclose on? I guess Chris Hansen has supposedly done this, and that sucks. But here's the thing, that has absolutely nothing to do with the Onision investigation. Because Chris Hansen, maybe he's made financial mistakes in the past, but at his core, he is an investigative journalist. And he is trying to get answers and justice for the victims of Onision. So, suck it, Vince. So here he starts basically acting like he is Chris Hansen. He's trying to say there is no Onision investigation, that it was all done for views and YouTube money, and that Onision is innocent. And again, people are picking up. Now I want to go over to Twitter really quickly because around that time, a little bit after this post, he posted that he was romantically involved. Now notice here, he's saying, I'm going to be honest, Chris and I, meaning Chris and Vince, had a breakup. We were romantically involved and he cheated on me. So this right here is proof of how stupid he is, because he's basically saying right there and then that he is Vince. He is not Chris Hansen, even though he's posing as Chris Hansen later on in the evening. So carrying on, and this is what really, really got under my skin. I saw this post, and I've heard accusations of Vince being racist. So I thought, okay, he's going to say something racist here, right? And instead, that's exactly what he does. I shouldn't say instead. That's exactly what he does. He says this looks like Wes Most. Now, Wes Most is a YouTuber. I have a lot of respect for him because I think he does a great job with his videos. Far better than I could do with mine. And he's been doxxed by Vince, as I said. And so he's also said racist things about Wes. And he's trying to say, this looks like Wes Most. So Wes actually got a hold of this and he commented. And Vince, I guess, has been reported by Wes to the authorities for his doxing and just all the shit he's been doing. And hopefully Vince is punished. And I noticed that Vince is too much of a scaredy cat, I guess, to even acknowledge what Wes is saying. He's just saying, and again, he's posing as Chris Hansen here. YouTube announcement about Onision will be made. I apologize to the Jackson family and Onision for making false claims in this show. Onision is innocent. I will be sharing the profits with Onision and his family. The story is over. That's not true. Again, he is posing as somebody who he is not. He also posted, and I think he took this down, and I want to go over to this tweet here that somebody posted. He posts on here another tweet, and again, it's another racist thing where he's comparing this guy to Wes Most. For some reason, that post got taken down. I don't know if it was reported or deleted or what the deal was. So he also posted a Jeffrey Epstein thing saying he was a good friend of mine, just going completely crazy. He starts posting political stuff about how he's pro-Trump, anti-Hillary, and some disgusting comment here about how he asked her to mail him a pair of her used underwear. She sent him a fish instead. And you could see people were posting Vince crying memes, which is just fabulous. He posts about John Wayne, and again, ties it into the Onision investigation with the name of the movie is Onision is Innocent. More stuff. Then he starts posting all over, and he started responding to comments saying, oh, YouTube announcement about Onision will be made, blah, 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 blah. Again, fake. He started also deleting more comments. There were a lot more than this before. And then he posts about Trump and how much he loves him, which you could tell that if you looked at Venn Interactive Media, whatever his Twitter page is. He posts pro-Trump stuff on that. So he took a break at that point. But then he came back about 8 hours later. And here he's again posing as Chris Hansen, saying that Chris, was romantically involved with Vince and cheated on him with Mike. This is just Vince being bitter about the whole thing and trying to drag down the investigation and make it seem like it's less valid because of issues with Mike Morris, who's had some Supreme Court cases, or a case rather, investigating accusations of sexual harassment and all of that. Nothing's been proven, and again, even if it was, it doesn't take away from the fact that Onision is a predator. Period. So then he, I believe, posted more. Yeah, here we go. And just random shit. You can tell he's clearly wasted. And then he posts this. And so far, as of 9:21 p.m. on February 16th, 2020, that's the last post. Note that I and many others have reported this page for being fake, for posing as somebody else, because it is. Facebook has not, at this point, done anything about it. It's very disappointing because this guy is literally posting all sorts of shit with no proof, and he's basically trying to trick people and make it seem like Chris Hansen is saying the investigation was all for money, which Chris Hansen is not saying that, and that, they're done with the investigation, which they're not. It's really, really frustrating because there's so much fake news online, and this is a prime example of it, and Facebook has had over 24 hours to take action, and they have done nothing at this point. They're continuing to let this madman, this drunk off his ass, possibly high off his ass, because he did mention he loves vape pens, so maybe he's getting high, I don't know. They're letting this guy who clearly is not in his right mind post this stuff online and deceive people. And it's ridiculous. And hopefully Facebook will pull down this page. Hopefully Vince will realize that he is literally ruining his career, that people will not forget this. Nobody's going to want to buy websites from his business or anything the longer he does this. And I'd say at this point he's pretty much ruined it, because people are going to, anytime they Google his name, they're going to see this information come up about him. And hopefully he moves on and stops being such a stupid person online, But anyways, I just wanted to kind of take a video of this, a screen share, so for when this actually does go down, we've got this preserved. So people can go back to it and say, this guy he does not deserve my business if I'm looking for a website. And he just needs to move the hell on from creating these shenanigans and do something about his obvious drinking problem, because I don't know how any sober person could post this kinds of crap. But yeah, anyways, that's my thoughts on the matter, and I hope you have a good evening. Peace.